So let me get this straight. Antifa claims an area of Seattle as their own country. The country's population is overwhelmingly white and mostly male. They preach extreme xenophobia and hostility towards outsiders who don't share their culture and beliefs. Anti-immigration policies to keep their society culturally homogeneous. They even erected a wall to keep out undocumented immigrants. Several citizens have indicated that they are armed and are willing to use force to keep out undocumented immigrants. They also banned all press from their country. Putting aside all the other absurdities, like the fact that none of them have any idea how farming works, why aren't more people talking about the fact that when social justice warriors create their own version of utopia, it's basically a much more extreme version of everything they say they hate about Trump?
So I don't have to tell you about the situation on the ground in your city, but in terms of how it looks to the rest of the country and the president teeing it up as basically ineptitude, the inability to control your own streets. Is that fair criticism?
So I know it will shock you that the president is perhaps not giving an accurate or truthful picture. We've got 4 blocks in Seattle that you just saw pictures of that is more like a block party atmosphere. It's not an armed takeover. It's not a military junta. We will make sure that we can restore this, but we have block parties and the like in this part of Seattle all the time. It's known for that. So I think the president, number one, there is no threat right now to the public.
How long do you think Seattle in those few blocks looks like this?
I don't know. We could have the summer of love.
I feel like it hasn't been fully emphasized how fucked that is. These people are supposedly against police brutality and unlawful killings of unarmed people, and yet the second they get into power, look at what the fuck they do. These were fucking teenagers, and the guy fucking laughs as he's killing them. Imagine if the killer hadn't been one of their own. The riots would explode to a level far worse than those after Floyd, and yet there was nothing. Fucking nothing. The silence of these BLM people speaks fucking volumes. If they actually cared about what they preach, they would be bringing the murderers to justice for the kids that they killed. But instead, they're protecting them and actively working against police. Black lives matter until they fucking don't, I guess. And they're doing this with the full support and protection of the entire Democratic establishment. I mean, Jesus Christ, this is so fucked. This is what these people want for all of America, and all of Democrats and corporations and fucking everything that actually has any power is behind them. Imagine what it's going to be like when Trump is out of office. If you try to explain this to anyone, they just cover their ears and pretend like everything's fine. People are supposed to be able to come to America to escape all these war zones and strife. America is supposed to be free and safe and politically stable. God, it was so beautiful while it lasted.
Beatings of random civilians became commonplace. They ironically tried to call the police, but it was of no use.
Edward 90, that appears to be in the New Republic of Capitol Hill. They can handle that.
Teens steal Jeep inside CHAZ and do donuts in the field for fun. Windows closed the entire time. CHAZ security fires a car. Everyone panics at gunfire. Screeching white woman tells everyone who's armed to get on deck. Teens try to flee, but can't because the whole thing is blocked off with jersey barriers placed there by the city. Cars zips around through the maze of jersey barriers but can't get out. At some point they head towards the CHAZ HQ, not even knowing that it was a thing. CHAZ security shoots through the window of a car. Driver crashes into barrier near front of HQ. They unload more bullets into the car and make it Swiss cheese. Car is no longer drivable. 2 teenagers are now bleeding out. Eric Leal, the self-styled security chief of CHAZ, still thinks they were enemy forces of some sort. Says, "Oh, you aren't dead yet, huh?" And then pistol whips the living guy for about a minute and then shoots him execution style. No weapons in the car. Literally, CHAZ has murdered an unarmed black child brutally, and judging by the giggles heard in the background of one of the videos, with glee. They have already become the pigs they thought they were fighting against. CHAZ wall of silence in effect. No snitching.
Look in between the couches, some shit over here. Yeah, I'm here, man.
I'm done. They
The nigga talking shit after he clapped him. He was like, nigga, you're not dead yet? Oh, you look like you're stuck. I was like, this nigga. I feel it. Go in, bro.
touch shit.
Don't touch it. Unless you see any shells on the ground, pick those up, pocket them, take them home.
Hell yeah. No evidence.
What?
No evidence. Pick that shit up. Yep.
Pick up my shells. Because I want to get the fuck out of here.
I literally have been here. I told my editor that I'm not going to fucking Cuff Pride. I want to be here because they are out here fucking with y'all and telling a different story. And here goes the ambulance. I hear them down there too.